Good day, students. Welcome back to another language arts session. Today, our focus is going to be on a topic that we have done before. So today, we are basically doing a review plus an activity. This topic is, well, in a few minutes, you will tell me exactly what we are looking on. We're going to be beginning our class today with a story. So what exactly do I want you to do? Well, I want you to listen to the following story entitled The Thirsty Crow and place the pictures in the correct order as it relates to the events in the story. So after I read the story, you're going to be seeing 6 pictures. We are not in order. However, based upon the story that I will be reading for you, you are going to be placing the pictures in order as it relates to the story. So you need to listen carefully because that is going to be important for you to complete the activity. So let's go. So, the title of our story is The Thirsty Crow. One summer day, a thirsty crow was flying here and there in search of water. Suddenly, he saw a jug with a very small amount of water. When he tried to drink the water, he could not do so, as the level of the water was very low in the jug. For his mouth to reach it. The crow was clever, and soon he had an idea. He collected some pebbles and dropped them one by one into the jug. After a while, the level of the water rose high enough for him to be able to quench his thirst. Now satisfied, he happily flew away. The end. So do hope you remember all the details of your story. Here are the 6 pictures. And if you notice, each picture has a particular number on it, from 1 to 6. What I want you to do is I want you to observe the pictures and I want you to write the order in which the pictures would come. So for example, if you say that number 2 is the first picture, as it relates to your story, you would write 2. If you say the second one was number 6, then you would write 6, so you would have 2, 6, and you continue till you have all 6 numbers. So, I want you to observe your pictures carefully, and then we are going to be revealing our answers. So I'm giving you 20 seconds to figure out the order in which the pictures should go. 10 seconds to go. 5 seconds to go. If you're not finished, pause the video and finish, but I am going to be moving on. So if you're not finished, just pause the video, complete, then you continue. So let's see if you are correct. So the correct order was number 1, picture number 1, then 6, then 2, then 5, then 3, and then number 4. So in the first picture you could see the crow searching for water. Second picture you could see that he saw the jug. The third picture you see that he has pushed his head into the jug, but the water is at a very low level, so he could not reach it. In your fourth picture, you can see Mr. Crow throwing pebbles into the water. So he threw them one by one. And if you notice in picture number 5, there are a lot of pebbles now in the water, so the water level has rose. And here is now able to drink water. And in the last picture, he was now satisfied. He was no longer thirsty. So he flew away happily. So we just placed all 6 pictures in order. When we place things in order, when things come in order, what do we call this? It comes in a sequence. So today we're going to be looking at sequence. And yes, we have looked at it before, but we are reviewing today and also completing an activity. So we know that sequence is very important. We follow sequences daily. Whether it is preparing a meal, whether it is how we bathe, how we wash our hands, what we do when we wake, straight into the night, it goes in a particular sequence. So let's look on what is sequence. So sequence is a time order. Here's the word, time order. Yes. So it is a time order in which events takes place. Whether it is a story, paragraph, or even daily life. So when we write in sequence. Whatever activity we do on a daily basis is also done in a sequence. One event happens first, and it is followed by another event. To find sequence of events in a story, you look for time words. And there are many time words. What are some of these time words? These include first, next, later, during, while, firstly, beginning, end, etc. So there are many other words that are time words. However, there are times where no such words is present. So there are times you will not see the word first. You will have to use your critical thinking skills to come up with the sequence of events. So let's look on an example. As we say, sequence is a big part of our daily lives. So let's look at an example. I am hungry and I need to make a sandwich. And in this case, I want to make a jam sandwich. There are things that we will need to do first. So first thing that we need to do, we need to get all the ingredients that we are going to be needing to make our sandwich. Right? We might also need to get the utensils as well. And when we say utensils, we're talking about the fork, maybe, the knife, and the plate. Alright? The second step is to take out one slice of bread. Some person might say, yes, you take out 2 slices. But in this case, I don't want to take out 2 slices. I'm taking out 1 slice. I take 1 slice out of the bag. My third step, I'm going to I'm going to open the jam. Because we all know that the jam bottle would be closed. You can't leave it open. And if it's not open, no jam will be able to get out. So we need to open the jam bottle. And after we open the jam bottle, we're going to be using a knife to take out a small amount. So you open the jam, you get your knife, you put your knife into the bottle, and you take out some of the jam. What do you think the next step is going to be? Are you going to eat your sandwich? What is the next step? Well, the next step would be to spread the jam on the bread. Because remember, we're making a jam sandwich. Now, remember that we took out 1 slice. Then we use the jam, place the jam on the bread. So the next step is to add a second slice of bread. Because remember that we are making a sandwich. And after I have done that, well, we could cover the jam bottle. We could do what else? What else could we do? So we could cover the jam bottle, or because I'm so hungry, I could eat the sandwich, or even before eating the sandwich, I could cut the sandwich in half. So there are different steps that I could actually take before I actually begin eating my sandwich. However, these are the steps that we're taking. So some steps, some processes might be longer than some. Alright? So let's look at an activity. What you're going to be doing is that I am going to be showing you the sentences for the activity first. Because I want you to, what? I want you to record it in your book. I want you to record it in your book. Then you're going to read the story, and then you're going to be completing your sequence. So what you can do, after I've read the sentences, you can pause your video while you finish writing all of them, and then we move on to the story. So the first sentence is I walk out the door. We walk around the block. I take off his leash. I lead him down the driveway. I put on his leash. So those are the 5 sentences that you need to record. As I say, you can pause the video, write your sentence, and then you continue. But I'm going to be continuing now. So I'm going to be reading this story. After we have read the story, you're going to be seeing if the sequence that you have placed, the sentences, if they are correct. So, instruction says, complete the following by numbering the sentences in the correct order after reading the story. The title of my story is Walking the Dog. So, the first thing I do when I walk my dog is to put on his leash. Then I walk out the door. Next, I lead him down the driveway. Then we walk around the block. After our walk, I take off his leash. So that is your paragraph. So let's see. You can pause your video now and you can complete your activity. We are going to be moving on. Just pause your video, complete the activity by ordering your sentences from 1 to 5. Then you can continue to play your video to see if you're correct. So let's see if you are correct. What is the first thing that was done? Let's see if you're correct. So the first thing that was done is I put on his leash. What is the second thing that was done? Let's see if you were correct. Second thing is I walk out the door. Very good so far. What was the third thing you did? Let's see if you are correct. So the third thing is I led him down the driveway. And what is number 4? Number 4 is we walk around the block. And the last sentence is I take off his leash. If you got all 5 correct, very good. If you got 4 correct, good. If you got 3 correct, not bad. Okay? Let's continue. Now, you're going to be completing this activity on your own. This is your classwork activity. And it says, complete the following activity by numbering the sentences in the correct order after reading the story. The title of this story is Max the Dog. Max is a dog. He likes to dig holes. One day, Max was digging a hole in his backyard. Max was so happy that he began running around with the bone in his mouth. When he got tired of running, Max started to chew all of the bone. After, he went to take a nap. Now, your 5 sentences go like this. The instruction says, now put the events in the correct order 1 to 5. So we have next, he found the bone. Then he began running around. First, Max dug a hole. Later, he went to take a nap. After, he chewed the bone. So you are going to be placing these in the correct order from number 1 to number 5. For your homework, you'll be getting one similar to the one that you did in class. For that one, you are looking on the title, Plant a Flower. And it says to plant a flower garden. I weed the flowers bed first. Then I rake the soil to loosen it. Next, I dig small holes for the bulbs. Then I put the bulbs in the holes and cover them with soil. When I am finished planting the bulbs, I water the garden so that the flowers will grow. After you have read, then you're going to be completing this activity. The activity says, now put the events in the correct order. And it says, I water the garden. I weed the flowers bed. I rake the soil. I put the bulb in the holes and cover them with soil. I dig the holes. I've come to the end of our class, students. Have a wonderful day. Remember to keep safe. And I'll see you again very soon. Have a wonderful day.